Hello, guys. All right. This is actually the third episode following up the second episode I was talking about that. You know, your experience with the hospital, things like that. I'm having a desert cover on me. Yeah, but it's okay. The thing is that I just want to follow up with what I was talking about in the previous video about I'll shrink the shrink. It's really no offense. It was just I was saying that they put you on medications. The thing is, oh, I'm having hot water here. Uh, yeah, because I have this thing. See, there's three terms called your belly, your stomach, and I like to say my tummy. Especially when I was with my girl, I always say I have a problem with my tummy, and she always fixed me up good. And of course, in Chinese, well, uh, Korean or Oriental, just they they would make me some gruel, and just because I have these nausea in my tummy, and I said I have a problem with my tummy, but I find that when you have a problem with your tummy, drinking hot water is definitely very helpful. So, but I'm like because I'm American, so I'm not drinking Coca Cola and hot water at the same time. But I currently have these problems with my tummy. So yeah, that's one of the thing. I want to have to follow up what I said about the shrink was putting me on medication because they prescribed me with it is Paxil. Uh, but then it was okay. I was not. I say I was not on a heavy dosage because I was only taking like 2 to 4 a day. I think it was 2 to 4 a day because they tell me to take two in the morning, two in the afternoon, things like that. But the thing is that that's already enough because at the time I was actually intern in a gallery, and there was a lady receptionist, and she's a very nice lady. She's so nice to the point that I found out that she was on Paxil for like 20 to 40 a day, and you can tell she's slow as hell. Just she's so. That's why I say it's no good. It's just Western medication. I found that it could be an immediate help, but it got a lot of side effects, like I told you. Um, yeah, so I suggest if you don't want to take, and after, even if I was taking 2 to 4 a day, and then afterwards I found out these things got like a side effect on you when you're a boy, and then obviously I'm gonna stop on it. Um, yeah, and the way they categorize me, because they got to come up with something. It's called OCD, just uh, obsessive compulsive disorder, things like that. But the thing is, whatever they say, it's whatever they say. It was not a. It was a very interesting experience, but obviously that was not painful or anything like that. It was just that it was interesting. And then afterwards, this talk therapy did not really work out. Like I told you, you could go through it, and it's almost like playing afterwards. Like I said, I broke my hands a couple times, and that first time, because every time you broke a bone, they're gonna put a cast on you. So obviously, when you put a cast, after about 2 3 months, you gotta go take off your cast and go through the therapy. It's like playing a toy. And that afterwards, I discovered that the second time and the third time, I just I just use a knife to cut it off myself, and gradually, and your hand would come back to itself naturally. So I did not go through therapy the second time and third time because it's like going to a kindergarten. They'd have to have your hand here and there, and then they told me that my hand would not look as good as unless I want to be a hand model or something, which would never be a hand model. And yeah, all right. So the third thing that I did not mention about the problem that I had, it was because I had this acute outburst of herniated spinal discs on my lower back, and this is now like old people's back pain, and these kind of outbursts. It's very strange. It did not outburst right away. It will outburst about 2-3 days later, or even 2 weeks later or something. But when it outbursts, it was just painful as hell. It was not only painful. It would incapacitate you to the point that I couldn't even move. Not that I couldn't move, because it was so painful that you couldn't move, and that how to cause it. I didn't even know how to cause it. It would have caused it because I was had a fight, or having improper positions, or as I recall, is probably just, when you're a boy, you like to pick up girl all the time. So I think probably I was picking up my girl, like, you got to pick them up, and that I think that was how it caused it. So because it caused me once and then twice, 2 times, it just when it outburst, it was just so painful. It was just incapacitate you. And see, these are the time, that the only occasion that you're actually gonna have to see doctors, because afterwards, that what am I gonna do? So that I went to see a doctor. They put me off physical therapy, which is also on medication, because there was like inflammation. So they gave me inflammation drugs, which really helped. I think the inflammation drugs help, and then the physical therapy, that you're gonna go like 3 times a week and things like that, and that you go through the hot therapy, cold therapy, but the thing that's most unpleasant is the acupuncture. The way they did the acupuncture is they attached the needle to like electronic machines, and then they had to stick all of these needles onto you, and that was such an unpleasant experience. It was quite painful too, and then of course you don't like it. So drink some hot water if you have tummy problem. It really helps. Yeah, and eat light, of course. At the time, like right now, I just and eat fruits, and that yeah, I was herniated. I had 3 herniated spinal discs that complicated into sciatica. Even until today, that I still have the numbness all the way to my foot. But what you're gonna do? It's in your youthful years, you hurt yourself here and there, but like I said, keep on trucking, and that yeah, it's not gonna complicate you. And even that I find it when I was in clinics, and you can play around with the nurses, which is really cool, and that. All right. Talk to you later.